I wanted to stand for council because I think Birches Head as an area maybe hasn't benefited so much from some of the good things that are happening in the rest of the city. We've seen regeneration of places in Longton and Hanley, the buildings got up in Smithfield and the town halls and that sort of thing, and I feel like nothing really has improved over Birches Head. Nothing really has improved in Birches Head over the last few years.
Stand for local councils because Birches Head has got loads of facilities that aren't being used. It wants to be utilised. We've got Northwood Stadium, which is a premier sports place, and it has the occasional events, but it needs to be pushed more locally and events advertised more. There's been events on there that haven't seemed to be promoted properly. We've got the canals, which are part of our history. They need to be maximised. We've got the footpaths and roadways, but they need to be exploited more and more developed. I've got a local allotment, and I've been there a couple of years now. And I think allotments are part of the community. They should be the part of the community. I think there's 2 allotments associations in Birches Head. We're right on the neighbourhood of the Cromer Road offices. I just think there should be more promotion for local people getting more and more involved, and more support for them getting involved.
See, I've lived in Birches Head all my life, and I don't ever remember being asked for my opinion on how the council spends its money and that sort of thing. And I know that there are pots of money out there, some within the control of the council or local councillors, and I'd like to, if I were elected to council, I'd go and ask people around Birches Head, especially my part of Birches Head. I can't speak for the rest of it, but on the Widdicombe Road estate, I've never been asked, and I'd go around and ask people what they want to see, where they want to see the investment in Birches Head, and what they want done with that money, because I can't remember any proactive council projects over the last few years.
People have voiced their opinions when the bills come through for the council tax, but it's their money that they need to find, feedback to us where they need that money spending, what they find the best value, and where they want the money to be spent.
Well, I was born in Stoke-on-Trent. I've lived in Birches Head since I was born. I moved away to London for uni for a few years, and since then I've moved back, and I love Stoke-on-Trent. It's where all my family's from, but I've seen how things are done perhaps sometimes better in other places, and I feel that actually we can have a better, and we can have more given to us in Stoke-on-Trent. We can make Stoke and Birches Head a better place if we want to. There are other ways of doing things.
I've been retired for 2 years now. I've worked the vast majority of my life for British Telecom. Retired 2 years ago, and I thought it would give me more time to spend on my pastimes like keeping fit and using the allotment. However, I do try to get down to the allotment. I go down there several times a week, and there's a community of us down there. It's all very friendly, and I would like to think that a lot of Birches Head and Northwood would like to be involved in similar schemes.
Well, I think that people in Stoke-on-Trent and Birches Head and Northwood pay council tax just the same as everyone else, and we want to see something back for it.